to Getting to Good Enough, a podcast to help you let go of perfectionism so you can do more of what you love. I'm Shannon Wilkinson, a life coach in Portland, Oregon. I'm a recovering perfectionist who's getting better at good enough.
And I'm Janine Adams, a certified professional organizer in St. Louis, Missouri, and I'm lucky enough to be naturally good at good enough.
And today we're talking about electric cars, buying them, owning them, driving them, all the good stuff.
Too. I wanted to, I never interrupt you when you're doing the introduction, but I wanted to interject loving them when you were saying all the things about an electric car.
Oh, you should have interjected that.
Oh, that would have felt invasive.
Oh. Well, anyway. I appreciate the that thought because, yes, I love our electric car.
I love my electric car, and I have you to thank for it.
Yeah, you let that be easy, didn't you?
Oh boy, did I let that be easy. It was the only hard part was actually getting my hands on a car in this market, but otherwise, yeah, you made it so easy for me.
Yeah, it's nice to have a decision narrowed down like that.
Oh my goodness, for me in particular, right? Because you know how challenged I am by too many options.
Right.
So, you told me you love your Nissan LEAF electric car, 100% electric car, and I thought I could do that, and I didn't have to research any other electric cars because the LEAF is the most affordable, and you love yours, so what else did I need to know?
Right. Makes it so much easier.
Yeah, but now is the time, right? I mean, I feel like people are noticing electric cars a lot more and talking about them and thinking about them.
Yeah, $5 gallon gas will do that to you.
Oh boy, it's not that expensive here. That's wild. Yeah, I'm happy that I don't even know how expensive it is because I don't need to.
Yeah, we drove our SUV up to the mountain last weekend, and we were able to get gas for, this is just crazy for me to say, but $4.50 a gallon. And that felt like a good deal.
Wow, that was a bargain.
Yeah.
Wow, that's something, all right. Yeah, so with electric cars, I mean, I had a, what did I have added to my garage? Electrician.
Oh, the charger.
Yeah, it was the electricity part of it that was expensive, getting the 240 perhaps.
Yeah.
Brought into my garage, but now I can just charge, whenever I feel the need, and it's like I have a gas station in my garage.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah, it's convenient. And also that was one of the things that we had a conversation about when you were first thinking about getting an electric car, because you didn't have that voltage of electricity available to you. Mm-hmm. And so we sort of talked through what your options were.
That's right. And you told me I didn't need to have that voltage. I could do a level 1, which is regular voltage, and it would just take longer to charge. But if I'm charging overnight, then it's not a big deal. And then it turned out in my case, because our house is so wonky, I didn't have a charge that would charge my car in my garage at all. It opens the garage door, it turns on the lights, but it doesn't charge a car, what I had in there. So I did get to experience about a month of having to charge on the outside before I got the level 2 put in. There was just a waiting, I had to wait for the electrician. And it turned out, in my life, it was easy. I was lucky because there's a charger at my bank, which is about a mile from my house. And so it was not a problem to charge there, except for when it was out of order, which it was at least once, maybe twice. But for me, anyway, the key is not letting it get too low. And I'm never, because I haven't yet, except for the initial trip from Kansas City where I bought the car, I haven't yet traveled out of St. Louis.
Right. Yeah. And we still don't have a way to charge at our home.
Right. That's right, because you don't have a garage.
We don't have a garage. We park on the street. And we have a wonderful neighbor who has a charging port. We have alleys here, and so we can pull into their backyard where they have their own, I guess it's a level 2 charging station. And we just text and ask if our car can have a sleepover in their backyard. And then we take it over, plug it in, and, it charges overnight. And we do that probably, maybe once every 10 days or so.
Mm-hmm. And then you pay them for the electricity?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we just Venmo them. We know how much electricity costs here, and we know, how big our battery is. So we just pay them based on the kilowatt hours. And it's usually around $8.
To fill it up, so to speak?
Yes.
Wow. Isn't that great?
Yeah. Well, we do have inexpensive electricity here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know what ours costs, but I haven't noticed an appreciable difference on my electric bill. So.
Yeah, it's surprising that, I expected charging the battery to really take a lot of electricity, but it just takes, it has a 62 kilowatt hour battery, or kilowatt whatever battery, and so that's the most you can pay. And around here, it's 13 cents per kilowatt hour. So that's pretty inexpensive.
Yeah, that's terrific.
I think a lot of places, I know California, the price per kilowatt hour is closer to 30 cents.
Oh, wow. Huh.
But still significantly cheaper than gas.
Well, yeah, especially now.
Yeah.
So you're feeling like a genius, right, for having purchased an electric car in 2021?
Yes.
Yes, right. And I'm less of a genius because I just did what you did. But did you have, I didn't have any huge challenges because you figured it all out for me. Did you have big challenges or hurdles that you felt like you had to overcome in order to convince, to be comfortable that buying an electric car was the right thing to do?
Well, we had to overcome that hurdle of, where are we going to charge it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And our original plan was that my husband has chargers at work, and so he was going to charge it on those, and which is what we started doing and paying for it, which was more expensive but still very reasonable. And then our neighbor offered like 3 different times for us to charge, and then we realized that she really meant it and that she really did want, they use it once a week. She'd love for people to be using it. So we took her up on it and have been doing it ever since.
Well, that's so nice. Your neighbor's so nice. And it's also to your credit, right, that she wanted to, she worked hard to get you to accept.
Yeah.
Because she wants to be a good neighbor and she must like you guys. I'm sure you're excellent neighbors.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And so you thought, I have to admit, I don't remember if you said this. Oh my gosh. Did you think that you would be building a garage that you would put a charger into?
Yes. But it looks like we're still really probably 2 years away from having a place. And so we've been considering another option, which is, like I said, we have an alley, and right now we just have a narrow gate for a person to go through, but that we might put in a wider gate and reconfigure the backyard a little bit in just a very easy manner to be able to pull the car into the backyard and run an extension cord essentially out there so that we can we have a little bit more flexibility about when we charge and
okay.
And how.
Would you just use regular electricity, 120?
Probably.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and there it sits in your yard. You can just let it charge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
that would not be expensive.
Right. And that was sort of a let it be easy, good enough solution that I came up with. Like, well, it'd be nice to have a garage, and we hope to actually be able to get that garage built at some point in the future, but we're still a ways out. What else can we do here?
Right. I mean, I imagine if you wanted to put in a level 2 charging station, you have to have something to attach it to. Is that right? And so you wouldn't be able to. Yeah, that doesn't make sense to just have it somewhere in the middle of your yard.
Right.
Right.
And I don't know how long of a cord or cable you can have with that. Like, I don't know that we would want to pull the car in far enough to get it to reach the house.
Yeah.
I mean, to get the car close enough to the house to have a charger that was attached to the house reach it.
Yeah.
So I don't, we have, those are things we have to sort out, but I don't want us to spend a bunch of money for something that's a temporary solution. But if we can create a situation that means, and level 1 charging, for people who don't know, means that it takes probably 24 hours to fully charge your car. Mm-hmm. But, we can charge it overnight and probably pretty easily keep it at 80% all the time. And then if we ever wanted a full charge, or we let it get down for some reason, then we can use our neighbor's charger, or we can use a public paid level 3 charger. There's lots of options.
Exactly. Yeah, that's the nice thing. You have a neighbor. If you did take a longer drive and you were going to take another longer drive in 8 hours or something, or 12 hours, you could go to the neighbor's house or a public charger. And the public chargers are fast. I mean, they can be if you go to the right public charger. Something just crossed my mind. I was just going to mention that our garage is, detached from our house. So our yard is small, but the cable goes overhead into the garage.
From the house?
From the house, yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, so it's not a very big yard, but it's not right. It's not right there.
So, are your utilities in the alley, or are your utilities on the street?
What do you mean by utilities?
The electric, the electric wires. Like telephone poles with wires on them. Alley.
So they're going from the alley to the house, and that's where the box is, and then.
Got it. Okay, yeah. Got it.
So, but I don't think nothing's going right from the telephone pole thing into the garage. It's going to the house and then back.
Right, because it has to go through the meter at the house and
right.
All
and
of that.
Of course, the telephone pole is right next to the garage. But,
right.
Yeah, but I never thought about it that way. But yeah, so I was going to ask you. Oh, I was just going to say, there's a federal tax credit for like we got a tax credit for the charging, for the electrician's costs to put that in the garage. And of course people, at least for a while anyway, until they run out, people can still get tax credits for buying new 100% electric cars, or even hybrids, I think.
Yes.
So that's a nice incentive, which makes it all the more affordable.
We have a friend who is interested in buying a hybrid, and we were talking to him about a plug-in hybrid or fully electric, and he wanted more flexibility that a full electric would get him. And he was saying, well, I don't have anywhere to plug in a plug-in hybrid, so that doesn't make any sense. And at the same time, he's saying, this is a car that I want to have for 15 years. It's like, well, you only don't have a place to plug it in right now, but, you will likely have a place to plug it in the future. And it's also not that hard to manage, so why wouldn't you buy a plug-in hybrid at this point? If it's something that you want to hold on to for 10 or 15 years.
And what was his response to that?
He's like, I didn't think about that.
Didn't think of it in that way.
Yeah. And I think that when we're ready to replace our, I think that what I would like to have is one full electric car and one plug-in hybrid.
Mm-hmm. So that you have a gas-powered car for long trips.
Yeah.
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 I definitely, for me, it was easier to make the decision to buy an electric car, knowing that in our family we also had a gas-powered car.
Right.
Because it's long trips that feel dicier. Although, as you know, I bought my car in Kansas City, which is further away than the capacity of my battery.
Yes.
And it worked out just fine. If a little bit stressful, it worked out fine. Yeah. And it was an adventure. Yeah. And that's the other thing that, it's funny how we've grown up with cars and we have certain assumptions about them. And then, electric cars are slightly different, not that much different, but just different enough to A, keep things interesting. There's a little bit of a bright, shiny object syndrome thing going on here. But B, also be a little flummoxing, like the first time I took it to a car wash, even though Mike, your husband, had warned me about the challenge of putting it in neutral, which now I know how to put it in neutral. It's fine. But boy, was there a panic when I couldn't put it in neutral at the car wash. And the guys were really nice about it. Two of them came over to try to figure it out, and they couldn't figure it out either.
Yeah, it's a little different. And it's a little, there are things that are sort of hard to get used to. It's so quiet, except for that weird noise that it makes because it's so quiet, like the noise they put into it to make so that people can hear it.
Right. And I have to say that's kind of annoying, but I really also appreciate it because I've driven like Priuses, rental cars, and have experienced how people don't know you're there, and it's scary as a driver. Right. So it is nice that it makes a sound. Yeah. The other day I got out, I was parking in a parking lot, and I got out, and I thought I heard a car running. A car turn on. That was it. And I thought, oh man, did I just press something on my fob that turned the car on? Oh. And then I realized, no, if you had, you wouldn't have heard anything. So it's not you. Like, it's a different way of thinking.
And that is another thing that is hard sort of to figure out is the car on? Is the car off? How do I know?
Absolutely.
And I'm have this irrational fear of walking away with the car on, but I think that there are things in place that you can't do that very easily.
Yeah, the car locks itself automatically when you drive, and when you don't, if you don't turn it off when you try to get out. How do I know this? When you try to get out, it's locked. That helps.
Oh, right.
Yeah. It doesn't. Yeah, it unlocks when you turn it off. So if it's locked when you try to get out, that's a good sign that it's on. Yeah. Or what was the other thing I thought of? There's there's two kinds of on. There's on that allows you to move, and then there's just on.
Which is sort of like the accessory on a gas engine.
Right. So I guess if you don't put your foot on the brake when you turn it on, then you get the accessory position. And that is where, apparently, because I couldn't figure it out, but it has this neat thing where if you have it in that position and you put air in the tires, it honks when you reach the right pressure.
Oh.
I know. And I read that, but I couldn't make it work because now I've figured out that I had it in the drive on instead of had it in park instead of in the accessory mode. Yeah. But there's lots of new things to learn with it. And maybe it's because I've always driven older cars anyway, so I never had up-to-date technology. It's super fun having up-to-date technology.
It is. It really is. I joined a LEAF group on Facebook, and I'm like hardly ever on Facebook, but I went in there to look for something in particular the other day, and someone had asked a question and about the CarPlay. There's a known CarPlay issue with the LEAF, and you had helped me sort that out, and so I was going to respond that, and then I saw that there was a comment that already explained it. And then I realized that comment was from you.
That's right. Well, I helped. I don't think I helped you sort it out. You sorted it out. For me.
Did I?
I think so. But yeah, so I tested it to make sure I was right about that. But I still have a problem with that little problem. But yeah, you don't see me posting in Facebook groups very often. So I can see that would have been a surprise.
Yeah, it was so funny. I was like, wow, this person like really explained it well. And then I realized it was you.
No, that's hilarious.
Yeah. Yeah. But I think there's a lot of ways that it can feel like you have to get this all figured out before you make the leap to electric. And I think there's a lot of ways that you can let it be easy and, work around what feels like insurmountable issues.
Exactly. I feel like there are barriers, and I think I had the same barriers before I talked to you that were up. Like that's too hard. That's too experimental. That's just more than I can't do that. And you can, and it's not hard. And there's lots and lots of resources out there to help. But I'd say that any of our listeners who listen to this episode and decide they'd like to buy an electric car, they could reach out to us on the website and ask any questions. I mean, we'd be happy to try to help, right?
Oh, yeah. Clearly, we love talking about this. So.
Clearly.
We would be happy to.
Yeah, I love my car so much. I mean, going to the grocery store is fun. It's so different. It's such a different experience for me because I usually don't enjoy driving.
Yeah, I enjoy getting in my car and zipping to do an errand or whatever. Like, I don't know why it feels so fun, and it has just changed it immensely. And I think a lot of that has to do with I didn't realize how guilty I was feeling about using a gas car to, run, especially one that doesn't get very good mileage, and, using it to drive 2 miles. Right.
Yeah. Yeah. So now you can hop in the electric car and feel fine about that. And enjoy driving it while you're at it.
I know. It's super fun.
Yeah.
So we would love to hear from you, our listeners. Have you made the leap to an electric car? Are you considering it? You can let us know and ask any questions you might have on Facebook or Instagram. We're at Getting to Good Enough. On Twitter, we're at GTG Enough. You can head over to the website and leave a comment in the show notes at gettingtogoodenough.com, or you can call us up and leave a voicemail at 413-424-GTGE. That's 4843. Until next time, this is Shannon Wilkinson in Portland, Oregon.
And Janine Adams in St. Louis, Missouri.
And we hope that good enough is getting easier for you. We should have ended that with like a little happy beep beep from our cars.
We missed our chance.
I know.